Alrighty, folks. I am live. Hopefully, I don't know if it's working right now. My luck, it probably isn't. But last stream, I did a great deal of this animation, and I intend on doing more. I still forgot to change the thumbnail. Oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, it ended abruptly last time. But for Maddie too, I actually drew some of that Pikachu and that other Pokemon. And I was thinking if I should, and I did it in under 5 minutes as well. So I was wondering if I should post it today or tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But yeah, so that's that. Right, so let's go ahead and do this. Got myself a little TV there. Bit off a nail. Alright, so just wondering if I should animate something on the TV. I don't think I'm going to.
Our might shattered in an instant. The greatest.
Go with someone wearing green. Let's make this into a skin color. And let's make this into another one. Okay, so those 3 skin colors. Alright, so we're gonna do that. I think that should be fine. I undid that a little bit just to have that there. Up, Ape Green, welcome to the stream. Galactic, I don't know. And I can't fix it, so it is what it is. Also, welcome to the stream too. I'm doing fine, Ape Green. How are you doing today? But yeah, it does that. Don't know how to fix it, and usually I stop streaming after an hour anyway, so it's really not a non-issue. So let's see. I'm actually gonna have them poke their heads out from the side here. So let's do that here. Because it's gonna be kind of like a surprise party thing. So I'm gonna have that here, this here, and that. So let's actually have some fingers here. Some jokes. What was? I don't know what that is. But welcome to the stream, Joke. Making a commissioned animation right here. Alright, so I think I'm gonna have this one hang on to it. I need 5 folks, so I think I'm gonna do this here too. Let me erase that just a tad. doing it. So I'm gonna animate the television on a separate layer. I'm wondering if I should like animate a little cartoon on the TV itself. Personally, I don't know about all that, but it could be interesting. How are you? I am doing pretty good. My back hurts, but that's normal. How are you doing today, Jokes? Like, I think I would probably put... Oh, I could just make, like, the screen green. Or, like, some other color and just... I got back pain. Yep. So, yeah, it is an unfortunate thing. Well, I'm glad you're good, Jokes. If you learned about any language like Spanish or French, nope. I enjoy English. I know some Spanish words, but nowhere near enough to hold a conversation. Just the extremely, extremely basic. Nowhere near enough to even string along a sentence. And I know, let's see. Right, I want this one. Let's have this one have black hair. Let's make this guy be bald in the back, so let's forget about him. I'm gonna give this one purple hat, and I'm gonna do this too, just like so. That's right. Have you ever played Undertale or Deltarune? I've never played that, but I have watched someone play that. I think the person I watched play Undertale was Jacksepticeye before I stopped watching him. Yeah, but one really cool creator that I haven't watched him in a hot minute, but a cool creator that I enjoy watching is a guy called Dashi Games, also known as Dashi XP. He's just so good. Alright, so we're gonna make this transparent temporarily. So let's do that there, and this here. I'm gonna have one of the characters jump up and destroy the television. Alright, so. But yeah, Dashi is so awesome. Gotta play both games below their peak. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of peak, I actually been watching a whole bunch of folks play a game called Peak. That's a really fun game to watch folks play. Alright, so I'm gonna make this guy's head bigger, even though this one is going to be a child. Sometimes kids have big heads. In fact, I think that's most of the time. I was watching Jan TDM and Jacksepticeye Undertale. Yeah, I watched that. I used to watch Dan TDM a bunch. I actually started watching him again like around last year or a little bit later than that. But it was good. Alright, I gotta head up. I'm glad you're still drawing and doing live streams. Alright. See you later, Jokes. Thank you for stopping by. Love Jacksepticeye, bro. Yeah, I feel that way about Dashi. And Dashi is an awesome YouTuber. Alright, let me do that. Alright, so we got 5 folks here. I think, should I make the child bald? Yeah, let's make him bald. Oh, did I mess something up here? I don't know. Okay. So that's that. We're gonna do that. Alright, let's make this one that color. Your favorite YouTuber was 8-Bit Gaming. Anyways, bye. I'm heading out for the rail. Bye. And bye, jokes. Raise is my profile picture from Delta Road. Oh, okay. Alright, so we're gonna have. It's gonna be this color. I need to put that right here. And I'm gonna need to stretch out the sound a little bit. Yeah, 8-Bit Gaming sounds familiar, actually. Don't think I ever watched them, though. I think it was some guy called Ryan. If it is him, then I did watch some of his stuff, at least. Alright, so we got that. Let's get this one here. And let's see. Alright, this is gonna be skin, so let's change it a tad. Alright, that's better. Here we go. Just Ryan's here, and this is another Ryan's here. That is the intro. Oh, I guess this probably wasn't the guy that I saw then. Like, I remember, I think the guy was like 8-Bit Ryan, but I don't know if it was the same guy. Because again, I never really watched that specific fella all too often, but I did hear of him. So, gonna have that. How many fingers did I give her? At 5. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And we're gonna give him a green shirt. That for his hat. Get that for the shirt. Alright, so that's looking good. Now let's give this man a face. Put a face to the name. Let's decrease that a little bit. So I'm gonna increase the hair ratio just a tad. Miss those stupidest guys. Kind of reminds me of this guy, these YouTubers. I forget their names because I haven't watched them again in a hot minute. But it stars these two people with Down syndrome. And they are so funny. I think it's Kicking It with some name and some name. But yeah, they're basically chefs and they both have Down syndrome. They are just so funny. Yeah, that was that basically. All right. So here we are again. Right. I think I'm gonna animate that one first, the one behind the TV. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna extend that out to about here. Because I want like some time to pass, and that should be a fine amount. Not even a second. Right now it's a second. And let's drag down the sound. Sounds like Ryan. I don't know if that's what you're referring. It could be. I completely forgot those two's names. I think they're both either Asian or Hispanic. I would characterize like more facial features, but again, they both got Down syndrome, so like almost every single Downer like has the same face. There's a neat thing about them though. Alright, so we're gonna have that here. And we're gonna move these right down here. So I'm gonna animate that part now. So let's do that. So I'm gonna like go back and forth and animate more of them. So just one character at a time instead of the whole scene. I'm not gonna color him in the whole time. I don't know why I'm doing that part. It's gonna be covered by the TV. Just don't crash. Hopefully not. Don't really have to do a face because this is behind the TV. So it ain't necessary. Alright, so let's do that. How long are you animated this? Well, I animated most of it last night. So I guess I can count it as like a day, 2 days if you count like me making the room in the background. But I made that off camera. Excuse me. But yeah, I got a pretty tight deadline for this one, so hopefully I'm able to complete it. And let's just extend that to that, and I just extended it to about there. I think I'm gonna let them see what they really. Because I don't really have much to say right now. So let's just have the legs kind of go like this. Keep in mind, all of that is going to be covered by a television. But hey, it's easier to draw all of that part too. Alright, so, and this should be able to go to right here afterwards. And right here should be his final standing.
The barriers are broken. The free worlds lay bare and open. You can run, you can hide, but nothing can escape our light. Or we.
And so I think I'll have like a different shirt and stuff there. Alright, now I can add the face since it's out of the line of the side of the TV. I thought it crashed, my internet messed up. My internet was messed up. Yeah, mine is like that too sometimes, but yeah, it is what it is. But ironically enough, usually when I crash, my internet seems fine. But I don't know, it is weird. I think I made this child look crazy. Oh well, I'm gonna go with it. All right. So that looks fine there. Let's actually take the time to colorize the entire baby. Alright, so do that. Yeah, I'm not animating toes, so this baby is going to be wearing shoes. So we're going to do that. Let's make this one a lighter blue. And it can just wear that like as a orange. Actually, now let's just make that blue too. Green pants, and let's just make the shoes black. See, a nice simple shading. And I am starting to get hungry. But hey, that's fine. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm also gonna make his eyes brown too. His irises, they call it. Boop. So that's good. Let's see, should I have him falling with the TV? That'll be too dang complicated. So we're gonna just do that. Alright, and let's actually have him. Actually, let's copy and paste that part. I can't do it like that. So it's that. Just gonna change this man's head. Hey, kids in my country, they're spoiled. Oh my. Well, I guess that's a fair opinion. I don't really have much of an opinion on the kids. So we're gonna do that and that. Oh no, it's the stream crashing. Hopefully it's not. Let's just have him. In fact, let's just erase that part and duplicate it a little. Actually, no, let's not do that. There we go. Made his head look more tolerable. But yeah, let's see. I lost my train of thought. I wonder why they call it like a train of thought. And my back is hurting me. Alright, hopefully y'all let me know if you can hear this. But I'm turning on massager. Just rested it on my back. It's a great deal. It's kind of quiet, so you shouldn't be able to hear it. I think in bullying kids and abusing animals is fun. They'll never learn anything. Yeah, I think that's messed up that they do that. Like bullying other people and abusing animals most definitely are not good. In fact, like it's a sign of like mental instability to be doing that. So you should really like keep an eye on like the ones that abuse animals, especially. They're gonna grow up to be like serial killers. Alright, and that should be a deal for that. Then I can just do the lip movement. Alright, let's add that here. Just to even it out. But yeah, it is crazy times. Oh my. Okay. I'm gonna add this here. Alright, let's erase some of this. I remember some of the cartoons that I used to make with like various folks getting ripped apart. Those were the good days. It was just around like COVID times. Those times are like kind of enjoyable to me because folks were like so scared. It feels like everyone is being concerned about like safety for the most part. It was just a real comforting. I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly, but it was a real comforting time. So let's do that there. Vote. It's actually do that and that. This should make it look a little bit cuter. Wait, lazy or dumb? I don't know. I hate people. Yeah, agreed. For me, I like to call them humans because if someone's a person, in my mind, that means they're like, try to be kind to each other, at least try to care for each other, at least try to like do something to be helpful and actually to like be a person in like every sense of the word. Whenever I see someone that doesn't exhibit that, I just say that it's a human. Nothing more than a classification of an animal. And I think folks will probably adopt my way of thinking pretty soon with the rise of this AI nonsense. You know they're gonna start personifying it. I don't think it would be a person, but I feel like various other creatures can be considered that to a certain extent, like crows, for example. I think crows are pretty cool. I only trust smarter, nerdier humans. And I don't even trust those ones. These days, they seem to be like just as corrupt and conniving as the rich. Hey, maybe they won't be like bought off or stuff. That would be pretty cool. And I'm gonna leave that one's face so it can move its mouth better. And let me take off the onion shade. And does his skin like blend into the background of the wall, in your opinion? Personally, I don't think so, but maybe. Isn't intelligent mean more trusting? No, intelligent just means it's smarter. Like say, let's see, should I relate this to a movie or an animal? I think a movie would be better. Indominus Rex, basically, in Jurassic World, that is like an intelligent dinosaur. It doesn't mean like it's more trustworthy, it just means it's smarter, can figure out stuff easier, could come up with plans and like solve problems more efficiently. The idea of intelligence is more of like a semantic type of thing, but that's just the basic idea for this example. It doesn't really mean it's more trustworthy, is all I'm trying to say. Alright, so there we go. Like, in fact, if someone is intelligent but also not trustworthy, that could be very dangerous. The shirt can camouflage the wall. Yeah, I didn't finish coloring that shirt yet. It's gonna be blue, like this. Oh, that's a pretty cool, like, glass-looking window. But it's not a window, it's a TV. It's gonna be completely opaque. Alright, so that should be good. Let's do a test to see how the mount would look. And yep, perfect. And undo. Alright, so that's 6 frames. That specific part done. Alright, so let's animate his shirt going up to. This will be fine. And that part is only going to be seen there, so we're going to have that be black. And that should be good. Alright, perfect. I don't trust two innocent persons. They can be an asshole. Personally, I think I would trust them if I know they're innocent. If not, I'll probably give someone a benefit of the doubt. Because, like, not trusting someone, it could get you screwed over in the end, which isn't ideal.
We'll meet again, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through.
I'll put my logo here.
Always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds.
Actually, let's undo that. I'm gonna do that in brown, so it's more visible.
Please say hello to the folks that I know. Tell them
Okay.
happy to know that you saw me go.
Hard life for me is Malay.
This song
Malay, is that short for like Malaysian?
will meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
I'm not sure, but isn't like Malaysia in India? I think it is. But I'm an American, so I'm not good at geography. Alright, that's cool. I hear like a bunch of stuff about India. I don't know if it's accurate, so I hear there's like a beach that people use as a toilet. I don't think that's true, but I just figured I would ask. I have no clue where in India that would be. It just doesn't really seem like it would be a thing to me.
And those witches at the back. Let's run that one more time, yeah?
You can call Russians Ruskies, by the way. Alright. And Malaysia is in Southeast Asia, like the Philippines and Vietnam. Oh, that's cool. I remember. I heard that guy say blast, and it made me. And then I read Vietnam, and it made me remember. Oh my! I remember, like my country and Vietnam were like in a war way back in the day. Like, hopefully, there's no hard feelings because I think we're both of our countries are like allies now. At least I think so. Like us in Vietnam. Well, hopefully. And so I think I'm gonna just duplicate this part here because I want to have this fella blink. Right. But yeah, let me put this here. But yeah, that song is like so good. It reminds me of like the old cartoons where like the frog would used to come out and then it just went away as soon as people saw it. It was a real interesting cartoon. It said, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Something, something, something. And that was it, basically. Forget which cartoon that was specific to. Alright, so I'm gonna copy. Actually, since that's that way, let's actually delete. Actually, let's just move this over so I don't have to worry about that. Just gotta remember to put it back later. Alright, and boom. And so that's that there. Let's. Gosh, alright. There we go. And cut this part and duplicate. It's a mean frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Yeah, it's from a really old cartoon from, I want to say, the 60s. I just don't know the name of it. But if that did become a meme, that's pretty cool that happened to such an old cartoon. Well, it probably happens relatively often because I remember Elmo. That's not really a cartoon. That's more like it's still animation, but it's puppetry of a real life form of animation. That's Looney Tunes. Oh, so that's where it was from. But yeah, I remember it being from an older cartoon. I just did not remember what. Actually, I'm gonna separate that by that. Just a little spot. Then I'm gonna have like each other character rise up. Right. This is really starting to seem doable. Alright, so this man is gonna be bald-headed. So we're gonna do that. Right, so let's just do this here. But yeah, I remember when I was really, really young watching something called the Baby Looney Tunes. I remember that being such a good show. I haven't watched it in years, so I should probably like check it out again and see if it still holds up. I usually still like shows that I liked in my childhood because the shows were just better back then. But there is a but I'm not really blinded by nostalgia that much. Goodness gracious, I can't talk right now. But I'm not blinded by nostalgia that much because I actually tried to watch a old show that I used to love back in the day called Lazy Town. And goodness gracious, that show is horrendous. I don't know how that became a meme. I think people were just standing for Spartacus or Sporticus, that blue hero guy. I think they were just real big fans of him. And it is justifiable because the actor like did all of his own stunts, and he was like 60 at the time of the show filming, like 50 or 60, and he was doing all those flips at that age. Gotta say that is amazing. I can't even do that now. I couldn't even do that when I was a child. But what I can still do, which is surprising for my age, is I can actually scratch my head with my feet. So yeah, I can basically be a dog. Right, watch Baby Looney Tunes, not Lazy Town. By the way, Southeast Asia has no rules for reason. Developing nation. You don't have better laws or uncommon sense. Yeah, I think we have like something similar with the laws here. Like, I think it's just ridiculous that folks can just go around and just film anyone as long as they're in a public spot. As people have the right to not be filmed places. Like, I think maybe they should like rewrite the law to say you can film anyone as long as they're out on the street, but if they're out getting groceries or like in a place where they need to go to, then they shouldn't be allowed to be filmed there. Let's see, is this head big enough? Yeah, that child has a massive head, so the head should be this big. Not that big, but so. Alright. And so that's that. Let's actually have the head go over to here. I almost did a backflip then. That's cool. I don't know if I ever even tried doing a backflip. I was just too nervous to do all of that. So I'm gonna just animate the head going up, and then hopefully the head can just speak to me, like its position. This guy is really sleeping to have a massive head. Massive forehead. So I might have to fix that because that forehead is going to be looking huge. In fact, it would remind me of like a cartoon. It was part of a live action show called My Wife and Kids. There was an episode where a character called Junior made a cartoon, and it had a massive head like that. Alright, so let's just shift the size of that head a tad. To about that. And see, does that look like he was crouching down? Let's make it a tad higher, and that should be perfect. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so that. But now the head looks too big. Alright, we're gonna do this. It's still a big head, but that head will do. That head is like Jim Carrey from The Mask. Or the Corley dog mask. Yeah, it does look like that. I wonder if I can like recreate that from memory. I'm just gonna use the colors I already have here. Alright, let's see. I remember the mask was kinda triangular, but with that there, I think it had like one eye kinda like that. And like that. He always said like ooga booga booga to pour courage in them. And so we're gonna have that, and that. I know I did not make it anywhere near how it looked. But hey, just from memory, I feel like I got pretty close. Alright, so I'm gonna add that and some words to it. Wonder if I should have this mask be in there with it. And I haven't got yellow, but let's just add yellow for this. Yeah, don't think I got it accurate, but it is something. You stupid dog, you made me look bad. Yeah. I think I got pretty close. I don't know if I did or did not. Could be some nice little room decoration, though. Keep that there just in case. I'll delete it later, most likely. But I'm gonna keep that there for right now. I might use it in the animation, maybe not. It is closed. It is close. Alright. Oh, it's nice to know my memory is somewhat accurate. In fact, let me just look it up real quick. Alright. Coal. Rage. Cowardly dog. Mask. Yeah, I was pretty close. Just not quite. I got the nose accurate. I seem to have got the teeth kind of accurate. Did not get the eyes accurate though. But I got the head shape pretty close. So I think I'm gonna keep the head shape like that, but I'm gonna just fix the eye real quick. So gonna have that. That part's gonna be orange, then that, and then this part's gonna be white. So that orange and orange, then white. And since I don't feel like getting another color for this one, watching this, my mind can't stop ranting about bad things until it's gone. I'm holding myself to rant. Alright. Like, what are the bad things? I think I'm gonna make this part yellow. I'm gonna make this part yellow too, because why not? So I'm gonna make this part a little bit darker. Not years, but how things are getting worse nowadays. Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Stuff is very horrible. Got internet being censored, all kinds of BS being pushed on us, like AI, automation, being forced to do all kinds of stuff. I fear that, like, at least in my country, they're talking about forcing folks to have to automatically spend their money. Their hard-earned money, they're gonna just start deducting it from the bank, so you don't even get to keep your savings. That is the biggest load of bullshit that I've heard. It's happening in the EU, so I know they're gonna try and pull that shit here. It's just like with that so-called Child Safety Act. They're definitely gonna, and then they pulled that here, so I know they're gonna do that too. Why am I drawing this? I should be drawing the other thing. Alright. Gonna add a little bit more teeth. But yeah, the hole in the tool is actually encouraged, if I remember correctly. Okay, well that's good. This is help my brain slowly roll through 5 the 5 years after COVID. Oh, did they catch long COVID? I don't think I caught COVID during the time, but I'm not certain. But with how folks are talking about it, the fact that I'm not certain if I caught COVID probably means I did not catch it. Right, so we're gonna have that and do that. But yeah, that's another thing. I recently heard someone talk about it. But looking back, I actually agree. Like, I think it's completely nonsensical that they were holding it over people's heads saying, oh, you don't have to get the vaccine, but you're not allowed to do jobs or do whatever if you don't get it. And I think that's some BS right there. Because the vaccine most certainly affected some people negatively, and they should have the right to not use it if they don't want to. Personally, I still think like the vaccine works, but that doesn't mean I think that everyone should be forced to get it. That's just me, though. That's my humble opinion. My bag. Yeah, making kind of a cartoon that's kind of like about a conspiracy theorist. He's gonna be like 14 or something. I should actually draw him here, maybe. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Don't get COVID. My mind is eroded from ranting and mental breakdown from drama and controversy on internet and real life. Yeah, I agree with that. It seems like people have collectively lost their minds. In my humble opinion, it began like long before COVID. I want to say like 2011, hey, maybe 2012. Because folks say the world was supposed to end that day, but it was most certainly never the same. Right, let me just hold the television. Well, Dream Productions. Ew. No. Zombie 4. Have you ever seen some movie called Zombies 4? Thought it was alright. 1% Club. That is the only game show I'm good at. If I could ever get tickets, I would probably go on that show. Because that show is just so easy. It just has logic questions. So you don't have to like actively be studying every single random event. Including pop culture. Goodness, pop culture. It's just actual logic. Testing like actual intelligence rather than recalling stuff. I think that's pretty neat. Conspiracy theory. The closest cartoon about that is Jimmy Neutron. I don't know if that's right. Jimmy Neutron, I don't know about that, but there's a show on Netflix called The Inside Job that's really about like conspiracy theorists and like what if they were all true. With the cartoon that I'm working on, he's gonna be a conspiracy theorist as well. Let's see. Right, you know what? I want to show off that character's whole body, so I'm going to change this guy into that conspiracy theorist.
I invoke the
Alright, so I'm gonna do that. Alright. Since I don't have too much time left, I'm going to finish this guy. I'm just gonna write down a note. Like say, hey, I'll just write it down here. I'll just do like a rough sketch of Caleb. That's the character's name. So that headband. Gonna have the nose, eyes. He doesn't look this fat, but this is just like a rough sketch of him. So we're gonna do that. Close enough to his skin color, and that. Okay. Conspiracy theory is based on a person that don't know about or never experienced. It's kind of close to that. Like with conspiracy theorists, it's like a belief that people hold. Like it's either ill-informed or logical, but usually doesn't follow the rules of like conventional belief. Like say the belief in Bigfoot, for example. That would be a conspiracy to believe that Bigfoot is alive and exists. But a lot of folks would definitely believe and wholeheartedly believe that. Or like the lizards run the planet or run the government. Like it's not really accurate, but like lots of people do believe that. So that's what I'm saying about like conspiracy theorists, basically. So Caleb, he's basically a conspiracy theorist, but he's not gonna be like a dangerous one because he's gonna. Well, not that they're dangerous or anything like that, but this guy, he's gonna be a kid. I'm still weighing in on the age, but I think I'm gonna make Caleb like 14. Either way, he's a conspiracy theorist. He's the last conspiracy theorist because he's one of the last few humans alive in the cartoon that I'm working on. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. See, does this head look alright? So let's do that. But yeah, it's basically like theories on what really happened behind events. Usually tragedies, but it can be basically any event. And folks will have a conspiracy about it. Let's make this one's nose big. I saw a little buffer signal, so I think the stream might be starting to crash. Hopefully not, though. I am nearly out of time. I should have enough time to finish off this character at least. And then I could do the rest either off stream or maybe another time. Yeah, like there are like all kinds of conspiracies. Like predictive programming could be one. Like I heard about that. So like where they see stuff on a TV and then they believe that future events are based off of that television stuff. When really life imitates art and vice versa, it is a whole cycle. And that should be good right there. And so we got the head done. This is the color. So let's have his hands go out like that.
I'm so bored. These games are starting to feel like chores. But some triangle guy came up with a new game he found.
I'm gonna turn it, but
instead of just one world,
he'll be skunk speaking soon.
as my playground.
I need to do his ears. So have the ears go kind of like that. Add that to it. Yeah, a good show about conspiracy theories as Inside Job. I can't remember if it ended on a cliffhanger or not, but Netflix really knows how to cancel their best shows. It is some BS how often they cancel the good stuff. They canceled Inside Job, they canceled uh, I'm not okay with this, they canceled It's the End of the Fucking World, they canceled let's see, what else did they cancel? There's more stuff, but the name escapes me right now. Alright, so we're gonna add that and this. Make this yellow. Yeah, this is usually around the time I crash, so hopefully not. Cancel culture's older brother's cringe culture. They've degraded Gen Z's confidence. Yeah. I think, like, I don't know if they called it cringe back then, but, like, folks were always teased for, like, their interest, and it, like, destroyed their confidence. But the difference between then and now is, at least when they were teased, they can go home and usually be fine. Or if the teasing got bad enough, they can just transfer to a different school. But now, since everything is online, they can't even do that. They're gonna have to just sit there and suffer with whatever cringy thing they did, and it sticks with them for their entire lives now. That is so disappointing. I'm glad I stopped caring about being awkward before the internet thing took off. But the internet thing did take off at the time. It's just that I never really gave two craps about, like, watching it, so they could have been making fun of me on there for all I cared, but that was none of my concern. We're called cringe, but cringy were originated in 2016. It's basically bullying people for what they like. They can get away behind the screen. Yeah. I was gonna say that maybe this new, like, child safety thing would, like, put an end to, like, cyberbullying, but I doubt that would even work, because people, they would still bully because the person's not in front of them. So I don't even know. It's just insanity to me. Let's make this eraser bigger and just erase that hand. Nope, that did not mean to do that one. Alright, that should be good. This one I did mean to do. Yeah, bullies are true scum. I may have to, like, end abruptly, but it should be fine, hopefully. You like old phones from 2010? I was looking for a Nokia phone from early 2010, so my phone isn't cracked. Yeah, those old phones are where it's at. Plus, they're way less addicting than the modern phones of these days. So, like, you can be like much more productive and like do what you want with your time rather than just scrolling mindlessly. That would be like way better. But yeah, like a good old phone. They call them dumb phones now. That's just crazy to me, but to each their own. I'm gonna add that. I'm just gonna do that instead of like the outline. And so that should be fine. Gonna have him like lean on that, so I think that would be pretty cool. Alright, so gonna do that. Okay, I'll fix that later. Alright, so we're almost done with this specific drawing. So that should be good there. This should be good here. And let's just have black shoes here again. You know, Steve Jobs says Adobe Flash is unsecured, which it could if they updated with security. Yeah, I heard that. That's like why they deleted Flash, like made it unable for anyone to like use Flash, which is a shame because Flash games were where it's at. But no more Flash now, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, folks were really lax on their like internet safety back in those days. But to be fair, back in those days, there wasn't really that much need for it because no one really knew about like cyber security or the necessity of it. I feel like I should have made him a bit more buff, so that's good there, that's good there. Alright, so I'm just gonna color in this guy. By the way, I should remind you guys to subscribe because I do these streams randomly, and if you subscribe, you will be notified of them. So be sure to check that out when you can. Alright, so he had a yellow shirt there, so let's give him a yellow shirt once more. Alright, yellow shirt, blue pants, fill in the skin. Alright, I have to pull out the green markers for this one. Alright, so we're gonna have him, goodness. So gonna have that do that. Luckily I did not put that part in. So and that should be good. Okay. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to press that like button. It helps the stream and it helps me immensely. You have no idea how important it is right now. And just be sure to subscribe. I'm about to end this in just a little bit, like a couple minutes. So be sure to let me know how you like this, because I'm gonna just do a quick scan through of what we did here today. It wasn't much, but 5 characters here, so it's to be expected. Alright, so is that we can probably utilize that mask later. Pretty good at animation if Flash never went down. I never even used Flash before, but if I used Flash, I probably would have been an even better animator. Probably would have even been able to make it big, because if I used Flash, I can make it like much better. Alright, so that was basically it. So so yeah, like I could have been like a massive creator, basically. But alas, I am not.
Our might shattered in an instant. The greatest minds of Amphibia bested by a girl so insignificant.
Alright, so that's that. So I think I'm gonna end it here. I hope y'all had a nice day or night. And thank you all for watching. So until next time, this is Invasion Animation signing out. Gonna have to redo some of this, but hey, that's fine. It is the nature of animation. Until next time, Invasion out.